especially when you go to Kroger and all them old, oh Lord, they done took away everything. But you see, I have to turn that into a plus and say, God, I thank you for the steps. I thank you that I can work out my heart. So we misconstrue what God's favor looks like. The fact that you still have a job and somebody don't. That's divine favor. The fact that you can get off when you need to get off and other people have to. That's divine. So we have to be able to look at our lives and realize and comprehend and appreciate the gift of divine favor. Instead of always looking for money or somebody to give you something. And that is a sign of immaturity. And so that's why God holds for us those greater blessings that eye have not seen and ears haven't heard, because he's saying, you're not at that stage yet for me to give you something bigger until you learn to appreciate what you already have. Am I talking to anybody this morning? So just because you haven't arrived yet, just keep living. You're well on your way. He knows, say he knows the way that I go. He knows the way that I take. Remember what I said when I stood up here. All of you, say all of me. The good, the bad, and the ugly. He works it together for my good and place me in a body where somebody can use some of that junk. We have to appreciate the divine favor of God, the blessings that he's already bestowed upon us. Let's jump to verse 13. We're trying to hurry here. And it says, and we are sitting these truths. I taught you this last week, remember? And we are sitting these truths forth in words. Not taught by human wisdom, but taught by the what? Holy Spirit. Doing what now? Combining, which means we're bringing together what? Interpreting what? Spiritual truths with what? With spiritual words. Say, spiritual truths? Yes, I hear you. With spiritual words. This is what he just downloaded to me. He said, tell them that when I give them spiritual truths, they are to speak it out with spiritual words. When you open, first of all, your words are spirit. The Bible says your words are what? Spirit and life. That's Jesus, right? Correct? The Bible also tells us that we're snared by the what? Words of our mouth, which you know, if you snared by them, mean them words got some power. There's a scripture that also says there's power in the tongue. Death and life are in the, come on, Belinda, what? In the power of the tongue. But we forget that. Help me work this today. And we forget it because we settle down. See, I'm doing this. I just see all kinds of things in the spirit realm. I'm doing this because it's like an easy chair. We settle down into life and we forget that we're spiritual. We settle down into carnality and we forget that we are spiritual. And God is saying, I wish you just throw off the cloak of carnality, throw off the cloak of flesh, and remember that you are spirit. You have a body. Say, I'm a spirit that have a body, that have a soul. But first, I'm a spirit. So when you conduct yourself as a living spirit of God, you will be cognizant of everything coming out of your mouth. You won't just open your mouth and curse. James says it like this. James says, brethren, this ought, I'm screaming, brethren, this ought not be. How can blessings and curses proceed out of the same mouth? Brethren, you're not supposed to be doing that. Tell your neighbor, because they ain't talking to you, but you tell your neighbor, say, you ain't supposed to be doing that. Tell them again. Dare them hit your son-in-law. I double dog dare you. Say, you ain't supposed to be talking with no double tongue. Tell them. Don't be scared of them. I got your back. Say, you ain't supposed to be talking with no double tongue. You're not no snake. I'm glad I can make you laugh. Combining and interpreting spiritual truth with spiritual, let's substitute the word language for words. To who? To those who what? Who have the ability to combine spiritual truths with spiritual words. I'm talking to you. Don't read the scripture. Don't. Come on, I'm teaching you today. Who has the ability? Thank you, Elder Roy Love. So I'm going to say it again. Who has the ability to combine spiritual truth with spiritual words? No, only Elder Roy getting it. Y'all know how to read. I'm going to do it one more time. Leave it on the y'all. It's open book. Come on. One more time. It's an open book test. Who have the ability? Don't say we do. Say those who possess the Holy Spirit. I understand. I get that. But I need you to know that you possess it. And just because you know it, the person next to you don't know they possess the Holy Spirit. Do you understand what I'm trying to get across? Only the people who have the Holy Spirit can combine spiritual truth with spiritual words. Okay? Got that? So that's us. Now I'm going to let y'all say us. Y'all been trying to us so much. Us. I get it. So here's the thing. Whether we're strong or weak depends on whether we see more or less of God. Whether you see yourself as a strong Christian or a weak Christian, it determines on how much of God you see. Those who become strong and those who do not see becomes weak. Because I love this where Paul says that if they had the eyes to see the glorious gospel, they would choose him. But having their eyes blinded, they are unable to see. Jesus said it a lot in the Gospels, didn't he, church family? He's saying, he that hath an ear, let him hear, and he who hath eyes, let him see. And your eyes have to be full of light. Watch this, I'm going somewhere. Your eyes have to be full of light in order to see. So though you're looking at me through your eyes, and some with 4, because you have your magnifying glasses on, and even with that, you cannot see. So how many times are we walking through life trying to see and we're blind because of the smallness of our God? Those who see become stronger, and those who do not see becomes weaker. So the key is this, is seeing. We have to ask God, open my eyes. That's why when I stand before you hear me quote Ephesians chapter 1. God, let the eyes of our understanding what? Be enlightened so we can see. When things are in the dark, it's because you're not able to see. You are spiritual, right? God is spiritual. But if you need to understand something that's eluding you, that's being hidden from you, that's not the time to cry. That's the time to go down deep, get quiet so you can see. Remember, spiritual truths come with spiritual language, but you won't know what to say about the situation until you first get your eyes open, until it's revealed. So what we lack is not power, what we lack is revelation, wisdom, and knowledge. So when something is hidden from you, it's because there's something blocking it. Now it can be two things. It can be two things. It could be God's not ready to show it to you yet, or there's something in your view that's prohibiting you from seeing. It could be doubt. It could be fear. It could be uncertainty. It could be what someone else told you, or you saw it didn't happen for somebody else, so you have have taken that and you have transferred it onto you, and so now you're trying to see, but you're blocked because in the back of your intellect is, but it didn't happen for Susie, so how do I think it's going to happen for me? That is a blockage, spiritual blockage. Because then you are going into the arena of comparing yourselves with someone else's experience. And